Hey guys, welcome back to another CZ Reacts, where we watch the fun, weird, crazy, and interesting and question everything. Real or fake, you decide. We'll leave that up to you, but let me know and leave it in the comments. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who came into the live yesterday morning. We did a coffee and sunrise on the beach. It was amazing. I had so much fun. I got to know some of you on another level. It was great. I can't wait to do the next one. I don't think I'll be doing them as often on the beach, as I've realized I am using my data. So that can't happen as often as I was doing. But we can always do something nice outside here, or just in the, right here is good too. So we'll keep that going. I just wanted to say thank you. And 600 subs. 600 subs. Like it's happened. So I want to say thank you for that. I'm loving that people are finding the channel. You're liking the content. So I'm blown away. A lot to take in. I love it. And I'm just so happy that you guys are enjoying it. So let's get into it. I hope you do enjoy the video and let me know. That does not look good. Oh, they're making it work. Okay. The boat. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Not good. What? What? Okay, let's see. I guess I'm a little jumpy. That scared me when it jumped up. That is pretty cool. Really weird, like where things are going. I have mixed feelings about that. Like, it was so precise staying on the line on the ground, but I definitely have mixed feelings about that. Something like that is cool, but where are they going to take that advancement? You know what I mean?
Canada, you guys are so fucked. Mark Carney, you know that dude with the frequent flyer card for Epstein Island? Yeah, he's wasting no time taking Canada right down the shithole. He says, effective June 1st, all vehicles made before the year 2000 are gonna be phased off the road. You're not allowed to drive those anymore.
What?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Tinting your windows? Also not allowed. You have 14 days to get that tint off your windows, Canada. And it gets even better. Mark Ching Chang Carney is telling everybody up there in Canada, no longer will lift kits be allowed on trucks. He says, take your lift kits off. It's like he wants Alberta to run to the United States. He's going so far fucking past it. California's starting to look like a purple state compared to Canada. Canada cut some deal with California and be like, guys, you look way too libtarded. We're gonna go so fucking far that you guys look like you're fucking purple. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Canada, you guys are so fucked. I don't even have words for that shit. That is full fucking communist up there. You can't have cars built before the year 2000? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't even own a car that's newer than 2000. I don't own one. And I got more cars right now than most people have ever owned in their fucking lifetime. Like, oh, Canada. Mark Carney, you eat a bag of dicks, buddy. Eat a bag of dicks. And I don't even live in fucking Canada. God, I feel sorry for you guys. Alberta, you guys best get that vote together. Get the fuck out of there before shit gets any worse. Because it sure as fuck ain't getting any better. Good luck to my friends up north. Alberta, get down here. Join the Republic. Oh.
What a bunch of crap. The cars, like, the car shows we have here of people who have, like, these beautiful old gems. Wow. But I think the thing behind that is when crap hits the fan, they don't want anybody who has a vehicle that will work if, say, what, EMP, something happened where all vehicles just don't work. They don't want anybody to have a vehicle that predates that who could get around. My own personal thought, maybe I am completely wrong. I just don't understand why that would even be a thing for the year of the cars not to be out. And then the tinted windows. I live here. How am I just hearing this? I don't even remember the date he just said, but yeah, I have tints on my truck. I guess we will find out what happens because I'm not racing to any place to get them taken off. We'll find out. I like this guy. I like his content. I think this is crazy. Again, I live here. And don't ever ask me what's happening in Canada. I don't keep up with that. I totally should, but this is news to me as of today on the 5th. Wow.
There is some sort of disruptions coming out of Mexico. I've been sent several videos over the course of several days from the tectonic plate shifting to what appears to be a volcano bubbling up out of absolutely nowhere. And now this video comes from a man named Harvey. It appears to be a giant on top of a mountain, and people are actually warning him that by releasing this video he could be in trouble himself because people tend to disappear when they release legitimate videos of what appears to be giants in our day and age. Now this one looks legit. Take a look at this, and we have to question, with all the earth rumblings happening in Mexico right now, is this tied to it? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
¿Ya viste allá arriba del cerro? ¿Ya viste allá arriba del cerro?
I do agree with what she said about people have disappeared posting that kind of content or videos of giants, which is so, like, why? We know they're out there, or they did exist, or they've been captured on camera before. It did look tall. I can't be sure. What do you guys think on that one?
Wait, this can't be true, right?
They were constructed as anchors, as containment obelisks, to seal something ancient and immensely powerful below the earth. These newly discovered chambers form what ancient texts called the Abyssal Vault. According to a forbidden section of the Book of Thoth, translated only once before vanishing, this vault was built by a pre-human civilization the Egyptians later called the Neteru, gods not of the sky, but of the deep earth. At the heart of this spiral, at the lowest point, 2,000 feet down, is a black sarcophagus made from an unknown metal, humming at a frequency just beyond human hearing. Surrounding it are 8 massive crystal pylons, pulsing in alignment with the Orion constellation. Every 26,000 years during the precessional reset, the energy peaks. And here's the kicker. Some believe the being inside was not dead, but in stasis, a creature older than mankind, sealed there during a war between celestial factions, a war that ended with Earth being quarantined. The pyramids were never tombs. They were keys, or worse, a warning. And now, with the scans awakening global interest in frequencies being disturbed by human drilling and radar, the vault may be stirring.
That is a crazy thought scenario to think about. Like, where did it come up with that? What do you think about that, though? I thought it was interesting when he's talking about Orion's belt and the connection there. I don't know. Like, maybe. I know there's a lot we aren't told or don't know about when it comes to the pyramids. But what about that one?
Pressurized spacesuits have actually worked on the moon.
What I do is I pull a vacuum in this chamber I created, and I have a glove inserted inside of it. And it was to prove that the flexibility they shown in their suits and gloves are impossible. Right now, I can put my hand in there and I can move it every which way. I can grasp, I make a fist, I can lift up, down. But as soon as I throw this switch here, I evacuate the chamber.
As air is sucked out of the machine, the vacuum makes it more and more difficult to move the glove.
And this glove doesn't want to move. I can't bend it backwards. I can hardly force it down. I mean, how could you pick up small screws and bolts like they've shown them to do, or trigger a little tiny trigger on a camera with the glove doing this?
If it seems impossible to operate a camera properly in pressurized gloves, how could these perfect pictures have been
Again, I think another one that would be interesting to discuss in the comments. But I really liked that. I think he is onto something there, to showing people that, hey, maybe everything is not what they say it is. That's crazy. Like, you could totally see some kind of spirit entity going up the stairs behind him. Oh, wow. But that thing in the closet, yeah, monsters in the closet or under the bed, crap like that is where that had to come from. Guy, I don't know if that's your house or somewhere you're exploring, but get out.
This is wild. 5 people just crashed into an alligator-infested swamp in the frickin' Amazon. And after surviving the crash and getting on top of their small plane which had flipped over, they kinda couldn't go anywhere. Because not only was this lake full of alligators, but they also could see an anaconda and other deadly creatures in the water. Their only hope was just to stand there and hope to get rescued, which they did for the next 2 days straight while the alligators surrounded them day and night and came within meters of their legs. And luckily, after 36 hours of standing on this plane, the 3 women, child and pilot, were spotted by a local fisherman who quickly contacted emergency rescue crews. The pilot said that he believes that petrol leaking from the plane kept the predators at bay, but that they were so tired of standing, if they had to spend another night there, they wouldn't have survived.
That is my vibe, my style of fun. I would do that. Oh, okay, no, I take that back. No, the water, yeah, I don't know. I'm so conflicted. I'm so conflicted. I do have fun. I have fun all the time. Some things I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Would you? Let me know if you would. Does anybody else have the urge to just like reach around, grab the back of the snake and like, give me my egg? Because you know once you pull it out, that egg's gonna fly out of its mouth. That's the urge this video is giving me. What is happening here? Oh my gosh.
Kingdom, there is a horse named Tom. He has become a master of disguise because he doesn't want to work. Whenever someone tries to ride him, Tom immediately falls to the ground, rolling his eyes and breathing heavily, as if he is about to die. Even when someone presents his favorite carrot, he won't take a bite. Only when no one is around does Tom quietly stand up to enjoy the delicious carrot. But as soon as someone approaches, he instantly resumes his act, with half a carrot in his mouth. Tom is 8 years old this year and suddenly mastered this trick 2 years ago. At first, his owner was scared by his behavior, thinking he was sick, and even took him to the veterinarian. But everything checked out fine. After experiencing multiple deceptions, the owner finally understood that Tom was just acting. His careful design ensures he doesn't get hurt, and even the person falling off won't be injured. In fact, when Tom pretends to be dead, he also carefully observes his surroundings, as if preparing for his performance. One could say his acting skills rival those of a star, and he definitely has the potential to win an Oscar.
I don't know what camera that is, but I want one. That is insane when they zoomed out. And guy on the cliff, I feel like people like that, they're going to be okay when crap hits the fan. Like he is up there, cliffside with a fire, chilling. No way. Oh, that's expensive. Wow. Who's at fault? The boat or the bridge? Like, how? That is so cool. That is skill for sure. Like, that is so good. Not the booty shake. Oh my gosh. Like, my guy definitely has talent. That is awesome.
Roll your car forward and roll the boat forward. Yeah.
What is happening right now? Is that gas?
Guys, don't make this mistake ever. They put 231 litres. They thought this was the petrol.
Oh no!
That's all benzene. Look how much benzene's in the boat. Charge your back.
Oh my
Roll your
god.
car forward and roll the boat forward. Get in the car.
Like, can you salvage it or is it done? I don't know. I've never seen that before. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're not going out whatever you had planned that day. That sucks. That is so funny. That is awesome. I've never seen an aquarium or fish tank like that. That is so cool. Color of that water is so beautiful. So this is actually somebody I recently started following on TikTok who lives in Cape Scott, Africa. I cannot get over how amazing that is. It's so beautiful. To me, like, that's breathtaking. That's a bucket list place to go see. I just wanted to share that with you guys. You can go check him out on TikTok. I love the fact that he goes live and just shares with people. So you get the chance to see like these beautiful gems around the world. I love it.
Am I being too sensitive here? What would you do if you lived in the country of Tajikistan? They just passed a law, the local governors, that it's illegal to start a fire and let the smoke go up in the atmosphere because they said they don't want the Earth's sky to get dirty and pollutionated. And so if you are going to start a fire, you have to get a big plastic bag and catch the smoke. And that's what these local farmers are doing. They got super cold. They said that they felt like they were going to freeze to death. So they did start this fire and they put a huge plastic bag. It has to be a big one because if any of the smoke leaks out, you go to jail for 27 years is the punishment. And so they don't want to mess around with it. And when they're done, they're supposed to tie rocks to it and throw it into the ocean. So it will sink to the bottom and the smoke will never get into the sky. It seems like a law that's too heavy-handed, if you ask me, but maybe I'm just being too sensitive. If you lived in Tajikistan, would you break the law or would you comply with it?
But you will never get me again, Mr. Otter. Now I know, like, his kind of content. Yeah, you fool people. Well, he did get me with one. Never again. Ottered, yeah. I mean, by him. I'll be ottered all the time, but not by you.
Did you hear what they're trying to do in Edmonton, Alberta?
After 3 years of planning, city administration is presenting its vision to accommodate a population of 2 million people through 15-minute cities. 3 days of public hearings on the plan began at City Hall this morning. Shailen Skulski has more.
The 15 new district plans and corresponding bylaws will replace 54 existing planning documents dating back to the 1980s. Administration says the goal is to accommodate 600,000 new residents in redeveloped areas, with 50% of all new home units added through infill. The plan also calls for half of all future travel to be done by transit, and for residents to access all their daily needs within 15 minutes. Not everyone supports the plan.
My understanding is that this means I will need to stay within my district to meet all my needs so that the city can meet its climate plan objectives.
I don't think Edmontonians can afford to be part of a renovation experiment of this size so quickly.
I think unfortunately a lot of the district plan in particular have been derailed by 15-minute cities, conspiracy theories, World Economic Forums, etc. At the end of the day, this is about land use.
Now, they're selling it to you as this convenient, easy, awesome thing that makes everything more efficient. But there is a seriously dark, sinister agenda behind all this, which I can't even mention on video on Instagram. Comment truth below if you want to know what they're really up to, and then check your message request.
That is insane. They are pushing these 15-minute cities everywhere. all at once. I haven't heard anything about where I live. I am on an island. I don't even know if that makes a difference. Probably not. I don't see that going well for Alberta. Like, they don't want that. Have you heard anything about where you live? Anything about 15-minute cities happening or the plan of development for them happening? I would love to know. My guy, like out there remaking bells. Love it. I don't know why bring like, bells bring out like the inner child. I love them though. There's a connection there with frequency and people. Yeah, for sure. Not that all of them are, but I love them. So I love what he's doing. I love the video. I hope that nothing like he's not stopped from what he's doing. I think there's a support page for him. I need to just go see because I love that everything he's doing with that. Like, what a talent. Oh my gosh. Some people are so amazing.
Watch these two videos and explain this blue rain that was captured in California and Texas.
Hey, we're camping in this beautiful state park in Texas, and it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue. And it's not this tarp, because it's happening on this tarp too. Look at that. This is crazy. Are they in Texas?
So I live here in the Central Valley. It was raining a couple minutes ago. I don't explain with blue
water. Okay. One of the comments I saw by the video says airplane toilet contents. Ew. Okay, but I am actually really curious because I know in the live I did the other day, somebody, I'm sorry, I don't remember who, mentioned they were in Texas. Did you see it? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Has that been happening? I would love to know. I'm like, the color's beautiful. But rain? No, that's not normal. We know that's not normal.
That's a cottage core. I don't know what it is.
I don't know about you guys. That totally brought me back to like childhood memories. Nothing that cool. We did have tree houses and tree forts, but that brought me back. Like we played outside growing up. Today is different. I mean, yeah, there are kids who go outside, you go to the park, they play, but we disappeared. Like our curfew, our time home, we didn't have cell phones. When it got dark, your butt came home. You found your friends because everybody's bike was out in the yard, or like the street lights came on. It was time to go, you know. We played outside. I liked that video. What is that? What is happening right now? I don't know what that was or what was happening. Are any of you familiar, like, what that was? What was happening there?
A video that's been going around about the guy who realized that the coffins are empty. You don't see any more graveyards being built. It's been sitting on my mind since he said it. You haven't seen a graveyard being built. The graveyards you've ever seen since you were a kid are still there, and there's never been new ones. Dumping concrete in the corner, tucked away, I see these. And there's one that says, Reeves, 1970, you died 1972. Is she not dead anymore? Crazy.
I was going to say the crap you don't think about. Yeah. Graveyards. Every single place I've lived, I've never realized like a new lot being made available. Is there something behind that? Like, could that be a thing? That's kind of freaky. Like, that creeps me out a bit. Let me know, you guys. That's a thought concept that I never thought of.
Roomba is being charged with leaking intimate pictures of individuals in their own home. There are leaked pictures of a woman sitting on a toilet, and these pictures have been taken by Roomba vacuums. Robot maker iRobot confirmed that sensitive images leaked online were taken by its devices. It shows the capabilities and it shows the ability to leak this type of information. So if these units can take pictures of you sitting on the toilet,
and they can take video.
So clearly what this means is that anybody who owns a Roomba, your pictures are being stored somewhere on the cloud, and they have the ability to be leaked everywhere. Your children, it could be when you're in the toilet, it could be when you're taking a shower, it could be you in the bathroom, it could be anything that you consider sensitive and private information. iRobot, which is the maker of Roomba, is clearly violating privacy, and their infrastructure is clearly vulnerable to being leaked. Also owns iRobot is Amazon. Amazon also owns another camera company, Ring. They were saying they're going to make a America Home Funniest video collaboration with MGM Studios, called it Ring Nation. So they already have an idea of taking sensitive video and making a collaborational video like America's Home Funniest videos with that. The Roombas are just like your Ring. They're taking videos and photographs and storing it on the cloud. Since Amazon owns both, they have access to both. Roomba.
How crazy is that? I don't own one or the Ring. Like, I go through a security company for my cameras. The Roomba, do you guys own one? Is that something you even thought about? I would not have even thought about the vacuum cleaner going around filming or taking pictures. No, I don't like that at all. I loved that. Like, that's skill and talent. People really doing their job. I really enjoyed that, to see how it used to be done. half of me is like, that is so cool to see how they're made. The other half inside me is like, how long has that padding been left out in the open? Are there bugs in it? Is that how every blanket's made? So I don't know. Very cool to see. But now I just like, I'll always be thinking that when I look at a blanket that I'm thinking about purchasing. Oh, are these the guys from the video clip we watched the other day?
When I saw the first crystal skulls from Mexico, I had been collecting these pieces from Abuelos de Jalisco for a few months prior. I saw a collection at a seller's place that he had probably a dozen different skulls, and I was just blown away by some of the proportions and the shaping, and overall just seeing crystal skulls like that. I'd never seen them, and so I ended up buying a couple of these skulls at that time. And the story went that in Tula in 2019 they had found an area where there was about 19 skulls. They were all of different type of races or species, and that's where I had gotten a couple of these. Didn't really see a lot of skulls for quite some time after, and then I met another collector, and he was absolutely obsessed with these skulls. And met a couple collectors actually that have really drawn connection to these things, and I found them pretty awesome. I had never did any sort of connection with them at this point in time, and so I bought a couple of them. And really the energy and the overall inspiration that these skulls provide is an interesting thing. And some of these that have been found here in Mexico recently are just something else. The overall size and intricacies, like the hollowed out and movable jaws, the bracket almost type plugs or mounting pins for setting these things, odd drilling patterns, and different ways of harnessing the geological specimens that they have in ways that I've never seen. I mean, even the imagination of coming up with something like this just blows my mind. A lot of the skulls that are being found have intricate carvings on them, and I mean detailed carvings, detailed luminescent inlays. I've shown a couple master quartz crystal skull carvers that take really good pride in their work. Their skulls are thousands of dollars, and I asked them if they could do something and etch it, tattoo it like these. And he said he would never even attempt that.
Okay, I like with the metal. Was that a metal detector? How does that work with the crystal? I don't know. Are those real? I know there's some of you who know a lot of information on these type of videos and the sites. You've left information in the comments for me, but is that real? Like, those skulls are insane. I would love to know more on that. Thank you. What? At first, I've never seen anything modified like that. That is the coolest. I loved that. And I don't know anything about it, but I loved seeing that. So different. That was so cool. All right, you guys, I am going to end it there. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Leave me something in the comments. We'll discuss it there. Remember to question everything, and until next time, stay safe. And again, I cannot believe we are at 600, over 600. I feel like it was just a couple weeks ago that I did an announcement or milestone of 500. We are growing, and I love that. It is happening so fast. And I believe tomorrow is 4 months since the channel started. So the support is amazing, you guys. Like, I'm so grateful, and I'm so wowed and floored, and I love just seeing the growth. I think it is amazing. So thank you. Like, so much appreciation to you guys. So let me know, leave it in the comments, stay safe, question everything.